your eyes and wait for the music to start. 12 minutes at the end, you can open your eyes. Relax. Kindly switch off your mobile phones. Please close your eyes and live through what is being said. For your benefit, it would be nice if you can relate to the character being portrayed. Feel as if you are the character being talked about for better empathy while listening. It is going to make a very big difference to your life and change the way you look at life once and for all. This is a true story and a story with a great message, an effective story with full of free learnings. There was this leading dealer of computer products, a professional who had been in the industry for more than a decade. He was dealing in one of the best known PC products of India. His company was cruising along when disaster struck in the form of mega schemes, scheme after scheme run by the leading PC company of India. Till one day, the company decided to pull the rugs under its dealers' feet after collecting huge sums as advances towards the schemes. They did the Indian rope trick and vanished into thin air, along with the dealers' huge advances paid on behalf of the customers. The amounts involved were huge, very, very huge. Customers who had paid advances were also cheated and left to be handled by the dealer. This one stroke was enough to cripple the dealer's financials and his normal life beyond redemption. On one hand, the dealer was cheated by the largest PC company in India. On the other hand, he had to handle the customers who were threatening him with dire consequences if their money was not given back. From a very comfortable financial position, the dealer was driven to bankruptcy. Adding to his agony, his mother had just passed away in a heart attack, and he had a just-born baby girl in his wife's hands. Such was the turmoil around him, he even contemplated suicide, which he could ill afford as he has a family to protect and live by. And that is not his guru and the system of meditation he was practicing had taught him to do. It had taught him to live up and face life. The pressures were too much for him to handle. It was a do-or-die situation in every sense of the word. The immediate responsibility on the shoulders of the dealer was to handle the customers who were getting more and more irate. He had the choice of either facing the customers or running away like many other dealers did. Will adversity get the better of the situation, or will he laugh adversity on its face? He took a principled decision to stand by his customers, but for this to happen, funds had to be mobilized. Very huge sums, and that too at a very short notice. All his earlier savings through the business dried up in the first round. The second round saw all personal assets coming to mortgage. The debt gap was still large. He had to resort to personal borrowings through known circles for very huge sums and at astronomical interest rates. Putting his head in the guillotine, he took risks beyond his capacity to repay. Money was now on hand, but was there a point in just giving back the money to the customers? They needed those systems anyway for their use. At this point of time, customers' interest alone were foremost in his mind. A few suppliers lent a helping hand, and so did his customers. The short-term problem had been more or less solved. the long-term problem still remained. How to pay back those huge debts. This terrible feeling kept haunting him as he tried to think about how to make things better. He was bound and chained by his own actions. He was faced with a no-win situation and had no choice of escape but to face the consequences. He could not practically seek justice in the courts of Indian law. The situation was such, he had to put up with everything in order to survive, even if it meant living below normal means or getting by on a very low key. He felt stifled, trapped and uncomfortable because he had no voice. He was supposed to be free, but he wasn't. He had made a choice to let the beauty of the so-called freedom pass by because he had so much to lose. He gathered his pieces and realized that there should be a way to live confidently and be the best that he can be. Can he live a fulfilling life beyond the fears he faced? Yes, he can, he thought. He created an intense desire in him and put the past behind him. He took a hard look at himself and the circumstances. The dissatisfaction with his situation created in him a great desire for change, which was the first positive step he took. He pushed the shackles to the back of his mind and began to freely live his life. It was not an easy task. He believed in himself first, got on his feet and got moving. So, liberating his mind was the second step he took upon. What is the life's purpose? What should be tried and achieved? So, he took an inventory of his life. He found the power of deeply held aspirations inside him. He took the third step of dream to win seriously. So seriously, he found the resolve and the means to attain it. He set his short-term and long-term goals and set specific deadlines for it. A goal is like a road map of your life that leads you in a certain direction until you get there. So his fourth step was to get a focus and a direction for his life. He started practicing to be persistent. So many times in life, a lot of people knock on the door once, and if no one answers, they walk away. Or if they get the wrong answer, they walk away. He wasn't normal. He is that guy who always keeps knocking on the door. If he cannot get through the door, he will try a different door, or he will knock on the same door again and again, or he will go through the window, maybe through the block. He will come through the roof. He will do whatever it takes to get that face-to-face meeting or get that business. Practicing persistence over and over again was the fifth step. And the final part, the sixth step, being self-motivated or inspired to take action. Do we ever pull the trigger? Do we ever shoot the arrow? These ideas about believing in yourself and being enthusiastic and being persistent means nothing unless you are willing to take action, my dear friend. So, as you can see here, the key statement is to take action. If you build that on top of these 6 ideas, then you will be successful. You will be self-motivated. You will be inspired. And you know what else you will be? You will become inspiring. People will look up to you and they will attach themselves to you. My dear friends, he decided to dream big. He dared to be free. Today, he holds his head high and proudly says that his decision paid off very well indeed, making him totally free. The same is possible for each one of you to achieve. All it needs is a decision to dream. You know well that doing the same things again and again will get you the same results again and again. No better. You need to take a decision to do something different and positive about your life and for your family. Friends, if you still need a reason to make a decision, just look at the innocent faces of your children tonight when they are sleeping. whether they are 2 or 20, and ask yourself this question: what options are you going to give them in a moment of crisis? Look at your old parents or look at your spouse while they are asleep and ask yourself this question: am I ready with options as and when it is needed? Am I in a position to fulfill the dreams and needs? After all, I am everything to them. Should I fail in my duties if the situation demands it from me? Ask yourself these questions and take a right decision based on the facts that you have on hand now. A great future is already with you, my dear friend. It will give you the best of the possibilities, the best of the successes, the best of the victories, the best of the riches, the best of everything that you and I can imagine asking for. Your future is right here with you to help you succeed in your business and in your personal life. Succeed beyond your wildest imaginations if only you are willing to dream and dare to be free. Go ahead and dream. Dream big. Dream really big and set yourself free forever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lights on. Lights on, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all have listened to the true story of an entrepreneur. Yes, you would have observed the 56 topics being used practically by this entrepreneur to fight against every obstacle and finally become the winner. Breaking news to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, that entrepreneur is none other than Mr. S. Prakash himself.
Thank you. From yesterday till now we have been practicing the SRM clap. It's time for you to show to the dignitaries what it's all about. Get your muscles free. The SRM clap is going to be given for each person. I'm going to call out when the name is going to be given. You know the SRM clap, right? What is it? 1, 2, 3. You follow? Okay, the first SRM clap goes to Madras Management Association. Start. Okay, the second SRM clap goes to yourself, SRM University and the students here. The third SRM clap goes to Hooghly, the media partners. The fourth SRM clap goes to Kesar, the sponsor of the event for the gifts and mementos being given. The fifth one, where we are standing and talking to you what has been made possible by the backdrops and all that, SRM clap to stage 3. The sixth goes to all the teachers, the trainers, the facilitators, 18 of them who have come and shared all the knowledge. Some of them are here, some of them are not. SRM clap. Okay, one for the organizers, the back end, the students who have been here for 24 hours serving us, taking care of the entire campus, all the people, the electrical, Rajesh, Rajendran, all the people out here. One SRM clap. And having bought 8, I'll take 1 free for Sea Change Consulting. One final SRM clap for Sea Change Consulting. Thank you, thank you, thank you.